Hey everybody, this is Josh. I'm here with EG.IdrA Fields. How you doing today, sir?
I'm okay.
Okay, not terrific, just okay.
Just okay.
How would you have to have played today to be terrific? What would be the perfect course of events?
Apparently, I just needed to play the way I did, except realize that he killed his own command center.
That's true, and you couldn't have known unless the game had dragged out a little bit more. If he hadn't attacked right then, maybe 30 more seconds in, you would have seen it. But that's all right. MMA. IdrA, everyone should know by now. Twitter exploded the moment it happened, so I'm sure everyone's well aware of what happened. We won't drag it out. Other than that, the weekend here at MLG Columbus 2011, you're still in the tournament. That's more than 99% of the field can say. So how do you feel about that? I think you're a little bit further than you got even at Dallas.
Yeah, I was 7th there. I'm top 4 now. I've played a winner at MC in Naniwa, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm really happy. Obviously, Friday was great, and then beating Tyler. The match with Thorzane was disappointing, but kind of meaningless, so not too upset about it.
And meaningless because you were at the top of the group already.
The first seed, and right. I was unlikely to play him again later, so extended series is likely. But yeah, the match versus MMA is obviously pretty silly. But that was only the only real down point of the weekend so far.
Okay, and you're here with all your Evil Geniuses teammates, obviously. DeMuslim out here for the first time.
Yep.
You've met him previously though over in Europe?
Yeah,
I'm
a couple
sure.
of European tournaments.
Okay, so it's always cool to see entire teams coming and representing though. So I'm glad to meet DeMuslim myself. Evil Geniuses actually had a pretty good run, I'll say, for the open bracket. I think Axlav and StrifeCrow both did a little bit better than they did last time. But
yeah,
what are your thoughts on not just the GSL and MLG sort of merger? I don't know what to call it exactly, partnership, I guess. But the fact that they got the automatic seeds into the pool play, do you agree with it? Do you think they should have come up through the open play like July did? What are your thoughts on that?
I think going through the open bracket would have been a lot more fair. I've said before, I don't really feel that it's equivalent, the fact that we go over there for a month to play Code A for $1,500, whereas they get to come here and be seeded into the pool play in a 3-day tournament for $5,000. It's a much bigger bonus for them than for us.
That's true. And do you know exactly, like, the next MLG that comes up is Anaheim? Are they going to send the exact same 4 players? Do you have any idea? Or?
I don't believe so. I believe they said the invitations are supposed to rotate.
Okay.
So these guys will have their points, and they will have a spot if they want to pay for themselves. I believe that's how it works, but I don't actually know.
So that I've heard some complaints already about the continuity of inviting the Koreans and then having them just peace out the next time. So it's a little upsetting for the players. I feel like for the spectators, it's great, of course, because they get to see MC versus, yourself, Select, Tyler, all these great North American players. So obviously for the viewers it's a treat, but kind of a little bit maybe unfair for the actual competitors. But either way, I know I enjoyed seeing them here. You actually have played against several of them already, MC, MMA. Did you play anyone else?
Only those two from the Koreans.
Only those two? Well, you still have a chance to play Jelizerg. He's still in it as well.
He got knocked out.
Did he get knocked out?
MC knocked him out.
Who else? Lucira, that's who it is. Lucira's still in. Still a possibility of meeting up with him. What do you think about your chances if you do run into Lucira, since you haven't played him yet?
I think they're pretty good. He is a very good player, but he has been cheesing every circuit so far. He did one-base builds every single game versus Machine and HeyPro, and that's very counterable.
Right.
So given that, if I recognize him doing that, I think it'll be easy wins. If it goes to a macro game, I can certainly hold with him. I feel much more comfortable with Korean ZVZ now than I did from my matches versus Sen and Zenio.
Excellent.
So I would kind of like to play him just to test that out. I don't know who would win. I think it'd be a close match.
Okay. Are you a little bit heartbroken that your best friend in the whole world, Huck, did not manage to show up to Columbus?
I would have liked to play him again, yes.
Of course. I'm sure you would. But I'm sure the viewers at home would have loved to see it as well. And maybe we'll get treated to it at Anaheim or some other later tournament. But Greg, always a joy to interview you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I wish you best of luck, obviously, here on day 3.
Thank you.
Yep.